Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. This is Chelsea with Scott Leroy Marketing. So today we are going to be talking about what is new with SLM and Command. So to get started, we're going to be going into our Command dashboard. So you're going to go there by going to agent.kw.com. And then you're going to put in your login information, so your username and your password. And just remember that if you do need to see what your password is, you are able to click on this eyeball right here, and it's going to show you what those characters are. So once you are all set with that, we'll go ahead and click sign in. And that is going to bring you to your Command dashboard. So before we go into the specifics, there are 4 different areas that we're going to cover today that are newly launched within the Command system. So we are going to be talking about how you can update your smart plan time zone. We're also going to be talking about edits to our website, such as the About Me page, the blog page, creating custom pages, and how to reorganize your default navigation of your agent website. We also are going to be talking about how you can utilize AI to generate a property description for an internal listing. And then the last thing that we're going to touch on today is team marketing profiles and websites. So all of the different updates in regards to KW team profiles. So this will only be relevant if you are either the rainmaker of the team or if you are an agent on a team. So we'll save that one for last. So at any point in today's class, while I'm going through any of this information, if you have any questions, we do have a chat box, so you are able to put in any of your questions there, and I will do my best at the end of class to answer those for you. And then as always, we do have a YouTube channel, Scott Leroy Marketing, where we have different classes, and we also have tip videos on most of what we are going to cover today. So you can go into our YouTube page, type in the keywords that you're looking for, and you will find the applicable tip videos. All right, so now that we went over that, let's go ahead and we're going to start off in our smart plan time zones. So we are going to get there by clicking on our name in the top right corner, and then we're going to go down to our settings. So when we click on this, we're going to go over to the left-hand side. We are going to click on Command Settings, and then you're going to see that there's quite a few drop-downs that come up once you click on Command Settings. We're going to click on our Smart Plans, and then you're going to see that there is a new drop-down under Smart Plans that says Time and Date. So if we click on that, this is going to allow us to set a time zone for your smart plans. So this is going to enable you to be able to utilize your smart plans no matter what part of the world that you are based out of. So typically they were limited to being sent out, especially if you were utilizing Twilio. If you had any text messages that were being sent out through your smart plan, they were only able to be sent out 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Chicago time. So if your particular time zone was outside of those hours, it may have gotten a little tricky in terms of when it was actually being sent out to your clients, like if it was an appropriate time or not. So just keep in mind that this is a really great update that will allow you to enable this so that it is specific to your local area. So in order to update this, you're just going to go ahead and click on this drop down, and then you're just going to choose whichever time zone you are in. You'll go ahead and click on that, and then click on Save Changes in the top corner, and then it's going to update that for you. So that's how you can go ahead and update your time zones. So now if you are on a team, you do have the same you have the same thing as well to be able to update this. So just keep that in mind that it is the same thing going for teams. However, keep in mind that only team members who have enhanced or unlimited permissions are able to set the time zone for the team command account. And the other thing that I want you to keep in mind is that if team members are in various parts of the country, there is only one applicable option to choose for the team as a whole. So just keep that in mind if you are on a team and if that applies to you. All right, so now that we went through that, we're going to go ahead and go into our websites. So in order to do that, we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and we're going to click on our consumer icon. So once we do that, you're going to see, actually, before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and click on Edit My Website. So once we go ahead and edit the website, we are going to scroll down and you're going to see all of your default pages under this Edit Your Website. So we just scroll down a little bit to get there. So now we have the option to edit the About Me page. So if we click on the About the Agent page right here, there we go. So now you're going to see that we have a few different categories over on the left-hand side that we are able to make edits to. So you are going to see all of the different categories here. And then just remember that any edits that you do make will show up in real time on this right-hand side over here. So in order to take a look at what you can actually change, you can just go ahead and click on the drop-down. And then it's going to provide information that you can update within your agent profile. So if we click on agent details, it will then have the option for you to either display or hide those details. Agent biography, you are able to display or hide. And then we do lastly have a My Preferred Vendors section. So in this section, if you would like your preferred vendors to show up on your About Me page, you can have that option to do so. So you can either select vendors or you can select no vendors if you do not want the vendors showing up. So just keep in mind that you do have that option. And then as you scroll down, you can see that you can edit the title, you can add a description, and then again, you have the option to either display or hide that option. All right, so now that we went through our About the Agent page, we're just going to go back and let's click on our back button. And this is going to bring us back into our Edit the Website button. We're going to scroll down again, and this time we're going to click on our blog list page. All right, so once we click on this, this is going to allow us to see the back end of our blogs. So if we go ahead and click on this left-hand side, it's going to give us all of these different options here for our blog page that's on our website. So the first option that you have is to either display or hide it. And then you're going to see that you have the option to update the title, the description, and then you can choose whether you want it to be dynamic, advanced, or basic in terms of the way that the blogs are going to show up. And then we have a few options here under our main tab. You can scroll down, choose the drop down, and it's going to give you different options of what the actual blog is that you are looking to search by. You can also update the sort by section as well. And then scrolling down, it will give you the option to actually put these blog posts in there. So if there is another one that you did want to add, you can click on this plus sign. You'll see that it will add another section, and then you'll just go ahead and add your blog post that you have created from the other page. So if you are not quite sure how you can add a blog post, I will add the link to our other video that goes into that for you. All right, so now we are going to go click on our back button again. And this time we are going to talk about how we can create a custom page for our KW agent website. So you have two options of how you can get there. So again, once we click on that edit the website, yes, this is going to be recorded and put up on our YouTube channel. So we have two options of how we can get to our custom pages. So the first one is going to be this plus sign up at the top. So if we go ahead and click on that, you're going to see that you'll have a drop down and it will give you the different content types of what you can choose. So if you are looking to create a custom page, you can go ahead and click on that custom page option right from there. You do also have the option right under your quick start as well, where you can see the various different options that you can add to your website. So if we were going to want to create a custom page, we can go ahead and click on that custom page button. And when we do that, it's just going to bring up the editor for us to start creating that custom page. So you'll see that we can do the page title, the page header. You can choose if you want to hide the title or not. So if you want that title to actually just be internal for you to see only, you can add a background image. You can add page content. So if we click on this, you're going to see that there are different content pieces that you are able to add to your custom page. So whether it's iframe, HTML, a form, a home value search component, and you can see different templates that are already in there as well. So if you want to put up some statistics or a testimonial carousel, so whatever you are looking to add, you can just go ahead and click on it and add it to this section. You do also have the option to hide this page in your navigation. So what that means is when someone is on your website and they go and click, the navigation button at the top, which pulls down all of the pages that they are able to visit on your website, you can decide if you want this to be hidden or not. So, and you can make that determination based on whatever your business goals are. So if we move over from our main tab, we can go to styles and you can just change some of the page styles that are in the back end, such as background color, presets, anything like that. And then lastly, we have our URLs tab. So if you click on this, you are able to add a URL for this particular page. So if you want it to be permanent or if you want it to redirect, anything like that. All right, so let's go and click on our back button again. All right, so now we're going to talk about how we can create a landing page. So again, we have the same two options as before. You can click on your plus sign at the top and you can click on your landing page. Or again, you have it right under your quick start menu. So we can click on landing page right here. And again, this is going to look a little similar to the other one, just bringing you to the back end of how you can start to customize that landing page. And just remember, or if you are not aware, a landing page is a standalone page that has its own specific URL. So here you're able to configure the main header, and you have access to a ton of different modules again that you can add to your site to be on your landing page. So again, if we click on this add module, you're just going to see, again, we have the same different modules that we can add. So really if you're curious what a custom versus a landing page are, they do have the same functionalities in terms of what you can add to them on your website. The only difference is that a landing page is going to be a specific URL that you will market that will just send whoever is clicking on that URL, they're just going to go straight to that page, whereas a custom page is going to show up on your entire website. So that's kind of the difference between the two. Typically, we see a lot of agents doing landing pages for open house information. So that's just an example if you were curious what the difference is between the two of them. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to talk about, the last thing that we're going to talk about in terms of our websites are going to be how we can reorganize the default navigation of your agent site. So in order to do that, we're going to click on the 3 lines all the way in the top left next to our KW logo. And when we do that, you're going to see a drop down here. We're going to click on Organization Site. So once we do that, it's going to bring you into the back end of your website. And if we scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see that it provides an area that says links, and it's going to have all of your custom pages. So one thing that I want to point out before I go any further into this is when you are using the default navigation, the top menu is going to be set. So what I mean by that is on your website, when you click on your navigation bar at the top to provide that drop down of all of the different pages on your website, it is the ones that are not able to be changed are your About Me and your listings and your About Me, listings, and I forget what the other one is. But anyway, those non-custom pages that are at the top that we discussed earlier. So those are not able to be changed. However, when you create custom pages, those are automatically going to be added to the bottom of your menu page. And those have the ability to be reorganized based off of however you want them to show up. So just keep that in mind. So under this link section, it's just going to provide all of the custom pages that you have created. So if you're like, where is my About Me? That is a static page that is not able to be reorganized. So anyway, when you are looking to reorganize them, what you're going to do is you'll see how my cursor changes once I go over the box. You're just going to click on it, and then you're just going to start dragging it, and you're going to see that it is updating that item. So you get to change where you want that to show up on your navigation. All right, so now the next thing that I want to talk about is, before we get into our team stuff, is listings. So let's go back. I'm going to click out of this. And this time we are going to click on our listing. So it's going to be right above our consumer. So what we're going to talk about now is how we're able to utilize AI to generate a property description for an internal listing. So once you are in your listings, it's going to show up like this if you have not already synced your MLS. If you have, you may see some listings populate here, and that's great. So I'm actually going to go over, just because we do not have listings, and I couldn't really show you in real time. However, I do have a PowerPoint. I don't really know. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. So here's my little PowerPoint of how we're going to go through this. So when we click on our listings, we clicked on that applet. Let's say this is what our listings page looks like. So we're under My Listings, as you see at the top, and we do have a few listings under here. you're going to notice over to the right-hand side under listing type, we have a few different categories: KW Reserve, Market Center Exclusive, and an MLS listing. So essentially, what I just want you to remember is anything that is being automatically brought in through the MLS because you have synced your MLS is not able to utilize this AI function. So unfortunately, that is not something that is allowed at this point. So in order to use this new feature, you do have to choose the create a new listing option up here and manually put your listing in for it to be able to utilize this AI. So once we click on the actual listing that we are looking to use this function for, we click on it, it opens up the listing that has all of the different tabs. We're going to click on our edit listing button in the top right corner. From there, it's going to pop up this little box at the top here, and it's going to say, try the new AI property description generator. We can go ahead and click on the generate button. When we do that, it's going to bring a pop-up that is going to just have a legal disclaimer. You can go through and read through that. It's going to basically say that you understand that this is AI. It may not be correct, and basically that you should review, what it is coming out with. So you are going to check this box if you understand and agree with that. Click on next. And then it's going to bring you into the property description for you to start tailoring what you want AI to come up with for you. So you're going to scroll down. The top up here is just going to be your description, and that's what it's going to automatically pull for you. So you'll just scroll down a little bit towards the settings. You can put how many characters you want it to actually be, and it can be up to 2,048 characters. However, they do recommend 800 for MLS use. You can choose your target audience if you have a specific audience you're looking for this to target. And then you also have quite a few options actually about the tone of voice that you want the property description to be in. So once you have put that information in, you're going to go ahead and click on generate. And then from there, it's going to create that property description and put it into that description box for you. So from there, you'll go ahead and, read it, make sure that it sounds like you, it's good to go. From there, you can copy it for your MLS. If you are not really liking what it's saying, you can go ahead and click the generate again button, and it will then rewrite and update that for you. Or if you are good to go and you like how it sounds, you'll go ahead and click use property description. Oh, I guess that's it. I didn't remember how many slides I had. So yeah, from there, you'll go ahead, you'll use the property description, and then you can just copy this and paste it into your MLS, into your listing information, your marketing information, anything like that. So that is how you are able to use AI for your property descriptions. Again, it is just going to be your internal listing. So keep that in mind. All right, so the last thing that we're going to talk about today is our team marketing profile and sites. So just keep in mind that this is only going to be relevant to anyone who is on a team or a rainmaker of a team. So if this does not apply to you, maybe you still want to listen in, whatever you feel comfortable with. So we are going to, first of all, make sure that we are in our team profile. So we're going to go up to the top. And if you are on a team, you will notice that you have a personal account, which is notated by the personal under your name, followed by your team account, which has your team name and your role underneath it. So we're going to make sure that we are in our team profile, and we're going to get out of our listings. Perfect. There we go. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to create our team site in Command. All right, so to do this, we are going to click on our name and we're going to click on our settings. From here, we're going to go over to the left-hand side and we're going to click on Connect Settings, and then we're going to click on Marketing Profile. So you're going to notice at the top that it is now going to say Team Marketing Profile. So prior to this, when you clicked on Marketing Profile, it would auto default back into your personal one. Now you are able to see the Team Marketing Profile. So if you have not been in this already and have set this up, the first thing that you will want to do is claim your team subdomain. And you can do that by scrolling down a little bit, and you're going to see Manage My Team Site. You're going to see right here, claim your team subdomain. So this is where you're going to put that subdomain in, and then you'll go ahead, click that checkbox and click Claim Team Subdomain. So, and as long as it has not been claimed by another agent or a team, that will be saved and your team site will be launched where you can then start editing that site. All right, so the next thing is going to be how to access your KW team website. So you're going to see right under, after you claim your subdomain, you're going to have a box right here saying Edit My Team Website. So if we go ahead and click on that, it's going to bring us back into our website builder. From there, you're going to click on your name up at the top. And then you just want to make sure that you click on your team name from the dropdown. So once you do that and it shows your team name up at the top, your site is going to be live with that new domain. Okay, so if you are not able to access this, it's going to depend on your permission settings. So, and that's one thing that I was going to bring up in a little bit, but this is a perfect time for it anyway. So if you are not able to see this, it is going to be based off of your permission settings. So if you are in unlimited or enhanced, you'll be able to make edits to this. If you are not seeing those options, it could be based off of your permission settings. So I would go and check that. And if you're still having some issues, we'd be happy to take a look into your account for you. And I'm going to put our email in a little bit just so that you can send us an email so we can take a look for you. But thank you for that question. All right. So yes, so this is now we are in our team website. So like I said, once you do switch over, clicking on our team name from the dropdown, it is going to confirm and make that subdomain live. All right. Scrolling down, there we go. All right, so under Edit Our Website, the only thing that we are going to talk about here is our Meet the Team page. So you can see all of your various default pages for your specific team. The only thing that's going to be different from your personal account is there is a Meet the Team page. So if we go ahead and click on that, there we go. You're going to see the 3 different categories that you have on the left-hand side. You have the first one being Team Lead. So if you go ahead and click on that, you're able to update your background image. You can either upload a file or you can add an item that you have already added into the system. We have a Meet the Team list module. So if we go ahead and click on that, you're going to see that you have a title that you can update. You can put in your description. You can put in all of your team members. And then any additional partners that are a part of the team that you would like to add below here. The last thing that we have is preferred vendors. So again, this is the same as we talked about in our personal KW accounts. So again, you have the option to add your vendors on your team page as well. So as you can see over on the right-hand side, you're going to see under our Meet the Team, it will provide different boxes for the agent's information as such. And then scrolling down, you have the My Preferred Vendors section that would then provide that information for people to be able to find right on this page. All right, so we are going to exit out. Well, actually, before you do this, of course, any changes that you need to make, it does automatically save, but if you just want to make sure, there is our save button up at the top as well for you to click on that and to save any changes that you have made. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead, we could just click out of this page. We're gonna go back into our command. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is really just continuing out our team marketing profile. So as we scroll down, we have team details that you can add. The KW team app link is not available at this time. However, that is something that is up and coming that we will cover in a future class once it's available. Same thing, military affiliation was not, but it looks like maybe now it is. Okay. So new update that you can now add your military affiliation, which is cool because this was not, command is always updating. So cool. All right. You can see that you can choose whatever affiliation is applicable to you. And then you can click on this additional list over to the right-hand side and choose exactly what the details are if that's something that you would like to add. You have the biography, any email contact information, followed by your brokerage information. We have a forced registration that you can add onto your team profile. So what this means is you can control how many properties visitors are able to view before they're being prompted to register or sign in to your website. So you can decide what you would like right here. Any compliance, legal footers, social media, and Google Analytics ID. And one last thing, I just want to make sure, let's go back into our, okay, all right. Yeah, I think that is everything that is new in Command. So thank you all so much for joining me today. So just to reiterate some of the things that we went over, we started off with our Smart Plan time zones, how you can now update your time zone for Smart Plans to go out to your clients. We talked about that in your personal account and your team account. We talked about our websites, how you can edit the About Me page, your blog page, custom pages, landing pages, and how you can reorganize your default navigation for your website. We talked about how you can utilize AI to generate a property description for an internal listing. And lastly, we talked about how you can update and create your team marketing profile and update your website as well if you are a part of a team. So thank you all so much for joining. If you have any questions, check out our YouTube page, Scott Leroy Marketing, where we have a ton of tip videos and classes where we talk about really everything Command. So feel free to check that out. And as always, you can email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com with any additional questions that you have. So thanks so much and enjoy the rest of your day.